What's up, guys? Lord Nollan here, and today I'm talking about D&D. So, I have actually been trying to get into D&D for a long time, and for some reason, I don't know, I just never had any friends that were like either into playing it that much or thought that I was into playing it, so they didn't think that, I would want to play. And so I never had the opportunity to actually play it. I don't have any dice, I don't have any figurines, I don't have any of that stuff, I don't have any rule books. So literally, like, I don't really necessarily know how to play, but I watch YouTubers and stuff like that because I'm a huge nerd. If you haven't figured that out by now, with the anime and the video games and all that stuff, like, I'm a huge nerd. So having YouTube and stuff like that, having YouTubers play D&D and stuff like that, and there was like a show on TV that had D&D players also. I got into it, and I kind of always was curious, but I never really jumped into it or anything like that. I never really had friends that knew that much about it or talked about it that much, because I guess they didn't think I was interested. I don't know how to say it. It was a very under talked about subject in most of my friend groups, and the few people that I did know that played D&D, it was always they would play it in places that I didn't necessarily go a lot. So I never really had an opportunity. Like, it was always some kind of schedule conflict, or it was always like it was too far, or I was busy doing something else that day or something like that. And before, it was also I had a lot of stuff going on, like not just work, but like a lot of personal stuff going on. So I never really had a lot of time to do it. But getting the opportunity now, while we're in like quarantine and all that stuff like that, to see a lot of different, I'm like, literally right now I'm watching like 4 different campaigns of D&D, which is crazy. But I'm watching them being played on YouTube, and it's very, very interesting. It's like it's kind of what I thought it was, but I wasn't necessarily sure, because like you always kind of see like the caricature of like the nerdy kids in the basement playing with like their cloaks on and the wizard hoods, and they got their figurines on the little figurine map and stuff like that. So it's like I always kind of had an idea of what it was, but it was like always like that caricature idea, and even then I still was interested. But like actually seeing people play it, it was just like, yo, I kind of think I might be into this. Like, I kind of feel like I really want to see if I could find people that would be into D&D, or find some kind of group that is into D&D. Because I know they have like that dungeon master, that's like the role that's supposed to be like the storyteller or whatever. I don't know anybody that's a dungeon master. Like, literally, like that's not part of my like social circle. I don't know any dungeon masters, and like the only people that I know that are dungeon masters are like high up YouTubers and celebrity voice actors and stuff like that. So it's like I don't have no avenue to outreach them and stuff like that. So it's like I'm trying to figure out if there's like communities here in like San Antonio that have like a D&D, like, I don't know, collective or something like that, where they'd be willing to like teach me and stuff like that. I'm not gonna be able to do like the in-person D&D stuff, but like I'm watching people on YouTube do like the Zoom calls and stuff like that. And I mean, I think it could work like that. I have I've seen like the little sets of dice, so it's like, I think they're like $7 maybe. What is it, like a D20? Like, it's like a dice that has like 20 sides to it and stuff like that. And they got like 10 sides and 5 sides and 3 sides, or not 3, but they have dice that have different sides to them. So it's like, it's obviously I have to, there's special type of dice. I have to pay that price in order to get the dice. That run. So it's true. But I had to pay that price in order to get the dice because no one like outside of D&D uses those dice. So because I play role playing games. I play like Skyrim and stuff like that, and so it's like playing role playing games is not out of my realm of understanding. It's just I've never played a game where I'm in control of like the story with a party of people, and like I have like the ability to literally do any action as long as I can roll a certain, you know, number or whatever. So if there's anybody out there that knows like of any like D&D collectives or any type of groups or clubs or anything like that that play D&D, maybe through Zoom, or you know they play them through, you know, some kind of social distancing type scenario where it's like safe and stuff, I would totally be down. Or if you just want to get in contact with me and like make like plans for when it is safe and we can actually be in like a room without like getting, you know, without potentially getting each other sick. If you want to play D&D and your group could use like another person, or you want to play with somebody that's new, or you are cool with teaching somebody how to play D&D, you know, hit me up in the comment section or go to my Instagram or my Facebook page and let me know, because I'm interested and I want to know more about D&D. I want to play it, and like I already kind of have some ideas for a couple characters. I ain't gonna say them out loud because I want to save them for the I want to save them for the actual campaigns and stuff. But I got a couple of ideas for characters, and I think they'd be pretty cool. I think they'd be interesting to see how my characters that I've made up or whatever would interact with other people's characters that they made up. And like I really feel like I'd be into like that type of stuff. Like I'd be into that because I'm, like I said, I already play like RPGs. I used to play MMORPGs when I had a computer. Like it's not outside of my realm of, you know, understanding. It's just I don't understand how like the pen and paper, you know, lore read by the dungeon master with monsters that are set up by like a, you know, I don't know how all that would work. And it's a lot of you know, I actually roll the dice instead of like the computer or CPU in a video game like makes those rolls for me. Like it's like the video game will determine what my damage is, or whether or not I pass a speech check, or how much my charisma is, and like I don't have to level up myself. It's like it tells me like, hey, you gained a level, like, you know what I mean? It's like, so instead of all the automated stuff, it's like I had to do it manually. That's the only real difference. And the me doing it manually stuff, that's a lot of computation, that's a lot of writing, that's a lot of things to remember. So it's like I'd have to get used to that. But I think it'd be pretty cool. And if you're into D&D, you may not even be in the same area as me, you know, leave a comment, leave a like or whatever. Talk about your experiences with D&D, whether or not you're into it or not. And if you're in San Antonio and you play D&D and you want to, you know, hit me up or whatever, comment section's right down there. It's right down there, man. It's right down there. Just hit me up. Just let me know so I can, you know, get in touch, or you can get in touch with me, and we can make something happen. That being said, it's the end of this video. Nollan out.